Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I did the wrong intro. Wow. So if you, like me, were absolutely shocked when Laura was killed off the show last episode, episode 10, you're probably left with some questions. So let's go talk to Lindsley Register, who so kindly decided to sit down and have a chat with me about her life, her time on the show, and all of that stuff. Lindsley, if you're watching, thank you so much. You made my day, you made my week. And yeah, you guys, hope you enjoy.
Hi, Kate.
Hiya, can you hear and see me good?
Yeah, I can see great. Oh my gosh, yeah, it looks like you're filming on something professional. The lighting looks amazing.
Oh, stop. No, it's
It
just
does.
webcam,
Fantastic.
regular webcam and box light. YouTube life, you know.
Oh yeah, I know about those box lights.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for agreeing to sit down and chat. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's really means a lot to me. Second, I know I have quite a thick accent, so I'll try to slow it down, talk a little bit slower. If you've any difficulty, don't be at all shy about saying, hi, I have no idea what you just said. It's totally fine. I won't take
Well,
any offense at
um,
all.
what part of Ireland are you from?
I'm from a place called Limerick. It's the
Okay,
south
outside.
southwest. Do you know it?
I don't, but I know that there's quite a difference between like the northern Irish accent, the southern Irish accent. So I was trying to differentiate which one yours
Completely
was.
different. It's kind of like the States in a way. The way someone from New York would sound a lot different to, other places. The typical Irish
Oh yeah.
accent that you'd be used to would be the Dubliners. And
Uh,
it's quite a different accent. Mine's a little bit thicker, but I'll try and slow it down a little bit. But like I said, don't be at all shy, because I know it's a bit difficult to understand. So, first of all, the most recent that we've seen anyway, 10 by 10, it was quite a difficult one. Um,
yeah.
First of all, I didn't even kind of register as it was happening that it was Laura's last episode. I mean, that must have been so rough getting the script, and I mean, you've been on it for quite some time. What was that like, trying to prepare and get into the mindset?
Yeah, it was like it is, you're totally right. When you watch the scene, it happens super quick. But like I filmed this maybe last September, I think was my last day.
Oh,
And I found out about maybe a few days before I flew in to do the episode that it was going to be my last. So it felt fast for me too. But I've had from like September until now to like, reflect back on my time on the show and really spend some time just being grateful for it all. So it is emotional, as I'm sure it is for
mm.
any actor leaving, a show after you've been there for several years. Like you're gonna miss everyone, and I think that's honestly like the biggest part that I'm gonna miss is just seeing everyone, the casting crew.
It must have been so rough, because like even for us, like as viewers, you were very much the kind of character that, like I said, you've been there since season 7. You've always just kind of been around. So I can't imagine how
Yeah,
rough that must have been. But like coming into a show, season 7, I mean, it's The Walking Dead. It's massive. The fan base is huge. What was that like, kind of joining as a bad guy? Automatically the audience, we were kind of programmed to be against you.
yeah,
That must have
yeah.
been
It's
rough.
well, just the size of the show is like really intimidating.
Yeah.
You're coming into something that already has this giant fandom. There's like a level of there's like a standard of
Mm.
excellence that you're coming into and that you really want to match that. You really want to belong and earn your place on that set. But as far as playing a bad guy, like it's really every actor's dream is like to play the bad guy. I think they're just like so much fun. So like getting to be a bad guy on that show was a dream come true. And I just think it's like funny when people send me messages like, "Oh, I hate you," and blah blah blah. Like
Oh,
you shocked Dwight. I mean, I just kind of like laugh. Because I have my shows that I watch too that I get wrapped up in. I can't say that I've ever like messaged someone being like, "I hate you," because because I am an actor and
you
it's
know
it's
that
what
you
I
didn't personally do it. It was the character. There's a difference, but you do get some crazies out there that's like, I hate you. You need to go away.
oh
And
yeah,
it's like,
people carry it up in it, which honestly, sure, why not? Like I'll encourage it, For every one message I got like that, I got like 100 messages that were like encouraging, kind, supportive. Like I really do think we have like one of the greatest fan bases of all the shows in the world. It is like a family. It is like a Walking Dead family.
It is. And like, I think like that, I've been watching the show for like years now, but there's certain like little moments that will happen that really stands out, and that like fans, like for example, when Laura, when she got killed off, the amount of fans that took to Twitter and Instagram and everything, and even today I was still seeing tweets from people going, what, like no way, like this can't be happening. Because like I said, when I watched the episode, I didn't, like, I thought, okay, maybe she got hit over the head a little bit, she'll be okay.
Right.
And then when I saw all the fans and the absolute outrage, like people really came out in their droves for Laura, you know? And
I
it was,
couldn't believe it.
what was that like for you, reading all of that?
It made me feel so loved. Like I think maybe I didn't even realize how supported this character was until that moment. Like maybe not to that extent, because I really did, like you're saying, like I felt overwhelmed by the response of people just sending me messages being like, great work, oh, like we're gonna miss her, or I loved Laura. Just like I was so emotional for days. I'd like cry at the drop of a hat because I just was like
I would say so, yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and when you feel overwhelmed by the support and love by the fans, it's the greatest feeling in the world. And it makes me so grateful to have been a part of the show. No show is ever going to replace this experience for me. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about what's next, but what an experience, what a chapter.
I can't even imagine that. It must have been an absolute wild ride, but like that coming in as Mrs. Bad Woman, and then the transformation you had, it was incredible. You went from super bad chick to somebody who, like, we were outraged, when you were killed off. So it's like that transformation that she had. What was that like, getting to kind of go through that with her and try to learn the ins and the outs?
It's like it makes her so much more complicated, the fact that we got to see her arc. And it made me like, that's the kind of character I want to play forever. I want to play complicated people, my cat is entering the
oh my God.
But I was like, oh my God, this is a dream come true. These kind of characters are complicated, and that's definitely what I want to play. I love that it got to the point where people were, like you're saying, were actually affected by her death.
Yeah.
And I guess I forgave her of all of the things, that all of the atrocities that I'm sure she committed alongside Lincoln.
But like that, I think as a viewer, you do kind of grow and change with the characters. So it was just a beautiful thing to see everybody just outraged and the outpour of love. You have dedicated the last few years of your life to the show, so obviously you have a lot of memories, but what are some of your either weirdest or funniest kind of standout memories that you have from standing around on set? Because you do have really long days on the show.
Like, so many things come to my mind right now. Like, I'll never forget what it feels like just to be covered in like that blood, which it doesn't read on television, but it's like super sticky and like leaves you feeling like wet and like sticky all. And it's like your clothes are like stuck to you, and so it's like really uncomfortable, but you just like have to give into it. Like you're just like sitting there, like you can't touch your phone or your script or anything, or you'll get blood on everything. Like, or I think about like getting like eaten up by bugs in the woods, and we're just like running around in the woods. It's when we're filming. It's like that's what we're doing. A lot of the times we're on location. Like I'll never forget like being in the going to the hotel bar with everyone in Peachtree City, Georgia, after we'd be done filming, and running into fans there was like such an experience. There's just so many fond memories I'll have of that place.
I can't imagine the blood with the insects and the going to a bar just casually covered in the day. Like, of course I'll take a selfie with you. Come on.
The wrap gift. They give us a wrap gift every year, and the one this year was actually a shirt that repels insects. I don't know how it works, but it was like an insect repelling shirt. Like it was like kind of a joke because everybody was always just like outside getting like eaten up by bugs, and we're just like
Is that
playing in the
real?
bug. Yeah, yeah, it's totally legit. I don't know how it works, but
Why didn't they
there
give
is
you
such a
that
thing.
on day one? That should be the first thing they give you when you turn up to set. Here's your insect repelling shirt. Yeah, obviously you've done more than just The Walking Dead. You have been involved in a lot of other things. But, like with actors in particular, there always seems to be that story of, yeah, the moment I knew I wanted to act, or the moment I knew that this was for me. Did you have that realization, or was it always just kind of something you were interested in?
I definitely had a very clear moment in my life when I realized like, oh, I love to act and I can act and it's an option for me to pursue this. And that happened in college. I totally got into it by accident. Like had a girlfriend just like pull me to audition for like the plays at school and ended up acting that way. I had a mentor figure come into my life and really facilitate my growth as an actor. And and I think it was around my sophomore year in college that I was like, oh, I want to do this. And I once I found my thing, I like never looked back because my life has really been characterized by I question myself a lot. I question like my choices and like, oh, where am I supposed to be? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Like I go back and forth on myself a lot and I always am in search of clarity. But when I found acting, that's the one thing in my life that I'm so certain of and just makes me feel alive. So I don't know I can't say what my career will look like. You know, so many actors are struggling, but I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So it was very clear. Like once I found it, I was like, oh, never looking back.
Like the light bulb moment where you're like, yes, this is exactly where I should be. Like The Walking Dead, obviously, your time on the show was incredible, but like that, the opportunities will be endless from here on. You know what I'm saying? When you kind of hit the ground running, like, my God. And you've had experience with writing and producing too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I do some writing and I love producing actually as well. And that's important to me to tell the kind of stories that I want to tell as well. So I definitely think I'll be doing more of that in the future too.
Yeah, because they're quite different processes to acting, like
Mm.
on versus off camera. You know, which one? I'm not going to say which one do you prefer because that's not fair. It's like pick a favorite kid. You know, you can't do that. But what one do you kind of feel like you come away feeling like, yeah, I really truly accomplished something?
I love getting lost in a character. I love getting caught up in the moment, getting caught up in the story. So acting will always be my my language.
Mm.
But the thing I love about producing and writing is um, getting to really have some control over like what kind of stories do I want to bring to life? Like what kind of messages do I want to share? What kind of characters do I want to create? So that there, yeah, like you're saying, there are things I love about both of them. But I know that I'll never stop acting.
It does seem like the kind of thing that once you start, you're in it for life. Because like that, you do
Mm.
get so used to portraying characters, but like you said, with kind of having control a little bit over your own story and the direction that it goes in, it's kind of like that with YouTube as well. Because I have a channel and I do all kinds of different videos, and there is that kind of security in knowing that it's your little baby, it's your little thing that you have control over. And you have a YouTube too, which I kind
Yeah.
of I dove into and was just mind blown. You have videos on skincare, on what was it called, Broken Thriving, which that video spoke to me. I saw the title and went, click, that's me. Um,
Yeah.
but that is very much you're in control. That's your project. It's all you from start to finish. What made you want to start the channel?
Yeah, I was like, I was starting to connect with fans for the first time. And I just kind of had this instinct where I was like, maybe I'll want to share some of my life with them. Like, I wasn't sure, I tend to be a more private person,
Hmm.
but I was intrigued by the idea of like maybe like being more vulnerable and opening up a bit more about like what my life looks like. And my struggles, because I think it's really easy to maybe when you're the one on the couch, like watching a show and you see an actor like maybe start to get this idea about the way they must live, or how like maybe it's like really easy or really glamorous or like, you know, amazing, like, and I kind of wanted to show like a lens into my life, you know, to show what it was like when, you know, I'm like young and I'm just like hanging out with my friends and I'm, you know, like I said, broke and thriving, like how to like enjoy your life with when you're not like making six figures, and um, you know, talking about my skin journeys with acne, and I think I will be posting more in the future. I just always kind of wait until I feel inspired to and really strongly about sharing a particular thing. So I'm going to be making a video or releasing a video soon about I did some videos on my very last day on The Walking Dead where I talk about what that day was like, and it's really an emotional video. So I can't wait to share that one with you guys.
Like you said, it is. I mean, I'm lucky. I have got to chat to a few of you guys, a few of the cast. But like before all of that, it is so easy to forget that actors, you're just people with lives and worries and this and that. And I think with your channel, it is just so down to earth. It's just so normal. It's like, yeah, I'm chilling with my friends. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I think it's a great and it's such a refreshing look into someone's life, especially somebody who, you know, people who aren't in the acting industry, that they would have like no idea, as dumb as it sounds, that you guys are just regular people, you know?
Yeah, and I do the same thing when I'm like watching Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker. I'm like, oh wow, he's kind of a demigod. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he's just like a regular bloke too, right? Like he's just, you know, like cleaning up his messy mansion. I don't know, you know, like picking up the shit that his dog poops on like the sidewalk.
Yeah,
Like just
for sure.
like at our core, we're just all the same, you know. But it's like so I get like super starstruck when I like because I saw him in person like a few months ago here in LA, and like I like run into Jake Gyllenhaal and like, you know, big people, and I totally like feel it too. Like, oh my god, like flustered.
Yeah. Who would you say really, really inspired you that you've met since you started your acting journey, that you've kind of had to stand in front of and try and be a normal person when you're dying inside?
I had a really hard time like when I ran into Jake Gyllenhaal.
I would say
I
so.
I really respect him as an actor. He's the kind of actor who like whatever project he does, I'm interested in it because I know that he's a great picker of scripts.
Mm.
And he always does something like really interesting and really different. So like being that close and to someone who like their work has really impacted you as an actor, who like you're so inspired by them and like their talent, it was like really hard. Like, you know, I'm like red in the face and like shaking and like my heart is like pounding. That was like probably a big one.
I'd say so. Oh my god! But like, you live in LA, right? Or in and about.
Right. Yeah.
You must have moments like that all the time where you're kind of just seeing people where you're like, I saw you on the TV last night. How's it going? Hello.
It is like that. Like, I mean, if you spend any amount of time in LA, you see famous people. You'll end up seeing famous people all the time. And after a while, it does get really normal, which is I think a good thing. And people in LA are like fairly respectful of celebrities because they like because it's like they run into them so often. It just becomes like really normal. Yeah.
But it must be great to know that you can also find inspiration in the people around you and the people that you do just bump into, even if they're not celebrities, even if they are just regular people. You know, as an actor, that must just be so helpful.
Yeah, you definitely feel like you're living in a city that's teeming with talented people.
Well, I would say I can't relate, but there is talented people where I am too. But we're a smaller city. I mean, I think we're like the third biggest in Ireland. But I mean, if Jake Gyllenhaal was in Limerick, everybody and their dog would know about it, and we'd all be out on the streets like, where is he?
Some of my favorite actors are Irish. I mean, like besides like the obvious, like Saoirse Ronan is, I mean, blowing up.
She's
and,
incredible.
playing the game. But like I also think about the entire Gleason family. I think about like, oh gosh, actors I've seen on Broadchurch. I mean, Ireland has given us some of the greatest actors in the world, and like they are a different breed. They really take it seriously, and I feel like there's so much less of this like celebrity like thing with them. Like they're just like really like about the work, and it's like it blows my mind.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't take any credit for that, but I'll take credit for the Irish part.
You
Um,
can stand higher. Take as much credit as you want. You guys are a different breed.
it's a cultural thing. Like we're kind of like I have family in the States, so I go to New York quite a lot. And the first few times it was very much a culture shock because it's
Okay.
completely different. But like we are
Yeah.
kind of a quieter, more laid back. It's not like a shyness, but we're not really as go getters as you guys would be. Then you have
Yeah.
the absolute mad bastards like Colin Farrell that just go out and kill it. Everything they do. My God.
I love him.
Oh, dude, Sam. Do you remember Daredevil?
Yeah.
The movie. That was like one of the first memories I have of movies and film. And I'm interested in all that kind of stuff too. And that was one of the first times I went, hey, there's someone Irish on the TV. We can do that?
Yeah, that's big. That's and like that's really, really important. Was
Yeah.
he doing an Irish accent in Daredevil or did he have to he was.
Yeah. That got incredibly off topic and random. I won't keep you any longer because I know busy lady with a busy day, but come here, thank you so much for sitting and chatting and sharing a little bit of your life and a bit of your story. It really does. It means the world to me because, like I said, I have been a massive Walking Dead nut. As you might be able to tell, I don't know. Yeah,
Seeing it.
if you hadn't seen it. I know. That's held up with a rusty nail. The Walking Dead, it brings people together. The amount of friends I've made, I'm sure you have too, but like as a viewer, you know what I mean? It's been a massive part of my life, and so has Laura and her story and everything that you've brought. So as sad as it must be for you to be saying goodbye, you made an impact, you left your stamp, and just thank you so much for dedicating so much of your life to a show that means the world to people like me.
Oh gosh, it's been like a freaking honor. So thank you so much for the kind words and thanks for having me on your show.
Don't be silly. Thank you so much for agreeing. Genuinely means the world to me. Anyway, go on, get on with your day. I wish you all the best in anything that you decide to do. And the whole Walking Dead fandom, we'll be behind you. We'll be cheering you on.
Thanks, love. It was a pleasure.
And yes, that is it from my chat with the beautiful Lindsley. As I said in the interview, I just want to reiterate that we will stand behind her and support everything she does in the future. But yeah, I don't know why my eyes look so goddamn red. I swear to God I haven't been crying. I'm a little bit emotional, a little bit stressed and nervous, but yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you all soon.